In today's episode from Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul, we're exploring how to craft a vintage global home for 2025, chic, eclectic, and timeless, all infused with worldly charm on a budget. Think antique silhouettes meeting artisan textiles, travel-found objects beside thrifted gems, and rooms that feel welcoming, nostalgic, and beautifully personal. If you love stories in your spaces, you're in the right place. Please subscribe for weekly. Together, we'll blend heritage hues, layered textures, and meaningful collections that reflect your journey, whether it's a sunrise market scarf, a flea market trunk, or a mid-century chair with elegant bones. I'll show you high-low styling tricks, sourcing tips, and easy DIYs that elevate without overspending, so every corner feels curated, cozy, and soulful. Don't forget to like this video if vintage makes your heart sing. As we move through color, textiles, furniture, lighting, and room-by-room ideas, you'll discover practical frameworks for mixing eras and cultures with harmony and confidence. I'd love to hear your favorite travel memory or vintage find in the comments. Share your story and inspire our community. Ready to begin your passport to style? Let's dive in and create a home that truly tells yours. Comment below and say hello. Colors are the foundation of any global-inspired home, and choosing the right palette will instantly set the mood. Think of earthy ochres from Moroccan markets, deep indigos from Japanese textiles, soft terracotta from Italian villas, and muted greens from English countryside gardens. Together, these hues create a timeless base that feels both eclectic and harmonious. When styling with vintage global decor, your palette should mix bold accents with grounding neutrals. A Persian rug in crimson and navy, paired with ivory walls and warm wood tones, creates balance without overwhelming. By layering heritage hues, your space captures the richness of world cultures while still feeling cohesive and serene. To make your palette personal, draw inspiration from your own travels or family history. Maybe it's the saffron yellow of a sari, the cobalt of a Portuguese tile, or the dusty rose of an antique quilt. These colors become more than decoration, they become stories woven into the home. Start with one anchor hue and let it guide your styling choices throughout the space. The heart of vintage global decor often comes from pieces you source secondhand, treasures with history, character, and affordability. Flea markets, thrift stores, and antique fairs are full of objects with stories to tell, from carved wooden bowls to embroidered tapestries. The beauty of thrifting is that it allows you to decorate sustainably while curating a home that feels rich in culture and personal meaning. To shop smart, go with a vision but stay open to surprises. Maybe you're hunting for Moroccan lanterns but stumble upon a rustic chest that reminds you of Spanish haciendas. Always check for craftsmanship. Look at joinery, fabric stitching, or patina that shows age. The imperfect charm of these details is exactly what gives vintage global styling its depth and authenticity. Remember, sourcing treasures is about patience and persistence. One week may bring you a single ceramic vase, while another could surprise you with a set of mid-century rattan chairs. Over time, these finds create a layered story of your home, eclectic, soulful, and budget-friendly. Every piece becomes a small passport stamp, connecting your space to the wider world. Textiles are the heartbeat of a global-inspired home, bringing warmth, texture, and cultural storytelling into every corner. A Quilin rug from Turkey, a block-printed quilt from India, or a woven throw from Peru instantly adds depth and history. These fabrics do more than cover furniture. They weave together traditions, patterns, and comfort that connect your home to the world. The key to layering textiles is balance. Mix bold patterns with calming solids, rough weaves with smooth silks, or vibrant tones with neutral shades. Imagine pairing an indigo-dyed pillow with a cream linen sofa, or placing a colorful tribal rug beneath a wooden coffee table. This creates a lived-in elegance where no two corners feel alike, yet everything feels cohesive. To personalize, bring in textiles that speak to your story. Maybe it's a hand-me-down quilt from a grandmother, a scarf picked up on a trip, or a flea market tapestry. These pieces layer not just fabric, but also memories and emotions. When styled thoughtfully, textiles transform rooms into soulful, inviting retreats that embody both beauty and comfort. One of the most beautiful aspects of global vintage decor is the harmony created when different eras meet. Imagine a mid-century modern chair sitting beside an antique carved cabinet, or a sleek sofa softened with a centuries-old textile. This mix brings depth and prevents your home from feeling like a museum. It feels alive, evolving, and deeply personal. The trick is balance. If your vintage piece is bold and ornate, pair it with something clean and contemporary to avoid overwhelming the eye. Likewise, a minimalist modern item comes to life when placed near a richly detailed antique. Together, they form a dialogue, a conversation between past and present that makes your space truly timeless. Don't be afraid of contrasts. A brass Moroccan lantern can glow beautifully above a modern dining table, or an Art Deco mirror can complement a rustic farmhouse console. These juxtapositions not only highlight each piece's character but also tell your unique story. Your home becomes a canvas where time periods blend seamlessly, with you as the curator of history and style. Every global-inspired home shines when it includes small corners, vignettes, that tell a story. These little styled areas capture memories, showcase treasures, and create conversation. A vignette might be as simple as a shelf with a ceramic vase, a travel-worn book, and a framed map. By curating cultural keepsakes, you transform ordinary surfaces into meaningful expressions of your journey. The secret is to group items with intention. Think of threes: a carved wooden mask, a woven basket, and a candle holder together become more powerful than scattered objects. Add depth by varying height, shape, and texture. Whether it's souvenirs from travels or flea market finds that remind you of faraway places, these arrangements weave global charm into your home. What makes vignettes special is their personal touch. Maybe it's a seashell from a beach trip with family, a hand-woven mat from a local artisan, or a vintage camera passed down through generations. These aren't just decorations, they are visual diaries that tell your story. Every time you glance at them, you're reminded of the beauty and richness of life lived fully. Walls are more than boundaries. They're canvases waiting to tell your story. In a vintage global home, walls can become galleries of maps, textiles, and collected art. Hanging a Moroccan rug as tapestry, framing old travel maps, or showcasing vintage prints transforms blank walls into cultural storytelling. Every piece you hang adds character, depth, and soul to the room. The secret is mixing materials and formats. Pair a large textile with small framed prints, or place a bold map above a console decorated with travel finds. Balance gallery-style arrangements with breathing space so your walls feel curated, not cluttered. These combinations create rhythm and movement, inviting the eye to wander and discover. Artful Walls should reflect you. Maybe it's postcards from your journeys, a portrait from a flea market, or a hand-woven cloth from your heritage. These details remind you of places you've been and connect you to the world beyond your home. A soulful gallery wall doesn't just decorate, it tells a layered, personal story that feels timeless and alive. Furniture forms the backbone of your global vintage home. It anchors the design and sets the tone for each space. A carved wooden dining table, a mid-century lounge chair, or a rattan daybed not only serves a purpose but also tells a story. Choosing statement furniture with character ensures that your home feels collected, soulful, and timeless. When mixing global styles, scale and shape are key. Pair a bold antique armoire with a sleek modern sofa, or balance a heavy farmhouse table with lightweight bamboo chairs. The variety in silhouettes and proportions creates visual interest while ensuring comfort and function. These anchor pieces act like the foundation on which layers of textiles, art, and accessories can shine. Invest in 1 or 2 statement pieces and let them guide the rest of your styling. A vintage cabinet can inspire your color palette, while a classic sofa can define your room's flow. By curating rather than crowding, you create breathing space where each piece has presence. Furniture, when chosen with intention, becomes art that you live with every day. Lighting is the invisible thread that ties a global vintage home together. It's not just about seeing clearly, it's about setting mood, highlighting textures, and adding warmth. From woven rattan pendants to brass Moroccan lanterns, the right lighting adds character while enhancing the beauty of your collected pieces. Each layer of light brings depth and soul into the room. The best approach is layering. Start with ambient lighting to set the overall tone, add task lights like desk or reading lamps for function, and finish with accent lighting that highlights artwork, textiles, or a statement piece of furniture. This combination ensures your space feels cozy, balanced, and versatile for both day and evening living. Global-inspired lighting is often as decorative as it is functional. A carved wooden lamp, a lantern casting patterned shadows, or even candles placed in vintage holders add both glow and artistry. By mixing different cultural styles and textures, your lighting becomes more than illumination. It becomes a story of warmth, intimacy, and design that feels timeless and inviting. Creating a global vintage home doesn't require a limitless budget. It thrives on creativity and resourcefulness. Pairing high-quality investment pieces with affordable finds allows you to achieve elegance without overspending. A thrifted trunk can serve as a coffee table, while DIY projects, like painting an old chair or framing fabric swatches, add personal charm. The high-low mix is what makes your home feel layered and authentic. Upcycling is a powerful tool in budget-friendly decor. An old wooden ladder becomes a blanket rack, a vintage crate transforms into shelving, or leftover fabric turns into cushioned covers. Not only does this save money, but it also brings sustainability into your design. Each project is a chance to breathe new life into forgotten pieces, keeping your home unique and eco-conscious. Budget hacks also mean shopping smart. Look for flea market bargains, off-season sales, or estate auctions where hidden gems are waiting. Blend these finds with a few statement items, and you'll achieve a stylish, worldly aesthetic at a fraction of the cost. Remember, vintage global decor isn't about perfection, it's about layering history, personality, and creativity within your means. A vintage global home feels most alive when each room tells its own unique story. Start with the entryway. It's the first impression. A rustic bench with woven baskets, a gallery of travel photos, or a Moroccan lantern overhead sets a welcoming tone that whispers of journeys and warmth. Even a small entry can become a soulful introduction. In the living room, focus on layering comfort and culture. A kilim rug underfoot, a mix of patterned pillows, and a carved side table create an atmosphere that feels both inviting and worldly. This is where your family and guests gather, so blending statement furniture with global textiles ensures the space feels vibrant yet cozy. Bedrooms and resting spaces deserve softness with character. Imagine crisp white bedding layered with an embroidered quilt, a vintage trunk at the foot of the bed, or bedside lamps with cultural detailing. Even in restful areas, global accents bring charm and story. Every room, from entry to rest, should reflect both beauty and belonging. As we've journeyed through colors, textiles, furniture, lighting, and budget-friendly styling, I hope you've discovered just how attainable a vintage global home can be. With creativity, layering, and soulful storytelling, your home can become a reflection of not just design, but of life lived with meaning and curiosity. Remember, global vintage style is about blending the old and the new, the near and the far, and above all, making it personal. Whether you decorate with flea market treasures, heritage textiles, or upcycled finds, your home becomes a living canvas of culture and character. The beauty lies in the story that only you can tell. If this video inspired you, please subscribe to Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul for more weekly decor ideas. Like this video to support the channel, and share your favorite global find in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your stories and inspirations. Together, let's keep creating homes that are timeless, soulful, and full of charm.